I'm often wondering, what happened to the Tea Party? Where did the Tea Party go? Why is it that during the Occupy movement, you're not seeing these counter demonstrations by the Tea Party? You're not seeing the Tea Party potentially joining. I mean, you don't even see them. They vanished. Where are they? I mean, you don't even... Where are the tricorner hats and the tea bags hanging around and the loaded weapons and the signs about Obama as a monkey and stuff? After all, healthcare reform is being enacted. This Occupy movement is pushing an agenda. Where is the Tea Party? And you have to realize something. The people who are backing the Tea Party don't want the Tea Party out there talking about their upset about bank bailouts for two reasons. One is that with the Occupy movement, there's a very strong chance that something might actually be done. So keep the Tea Party under wraps. Keep the right-wing rage about bailouts silence it. Two, the banks are going for another bailout right now. The euro crashing crisis, they call it sovereign debt, but sovereign debt means governments borrowed from the banks. And they're looking to get money from the German and French banks and from the ECB. Okay? So, the people who back the Tea Party, people say, well, the Tea Party is this grassroots movement. No, it isn't. Occupy is a grassroots movement. People join it, make massive personal sacrifices. Nobody made the slightest personal sacrifice to join the Tea Party. The Tea Party was called for on the floor of the Board of Trade. The first mention of the word was on the Chicago Stock Exchange Board of Trade. So it's Chicago Board of Trade, covered on CNBC. Okay, it was funded by people like the Koch brothers. Whenever it had events, they were always well organized, well planned. There was entertainment brought in, lots of Republican politicians. It was a generated movement. People may have felt like it was a grassroots movement, but they heard about it on Fox News, and they went to the movements, and they were told it was a grassroots movement, and they left. People of the Occupy movement actually get together, raise the money themselves to have it, plan it themselves, and a large number of them have actually gone to jail for it. That's a true grassroots movement. The Occupy movement was an effort to make people who might have felt unhappy about the bailouts feel like they were in a grassroots movement that was intended to channel the anger about the bailouts into a right-wing direction. That was the whole basis. After the banking bailouts, the people who had gotten the bailouts certainly didn't want this kind of behavior to extend to, say, people with mortgage getting support, other people who were in trouble getting support. The bank had gotten their money, and they wanted to put a stop as much as possible on other groups within society also getting support. The banks had gotten their money, so they start the Tea Party, along with the Republican Party, which is trying to salvage itself from the chaotic mess it is. I mean, this is the only hope they have. Look at their candidates for president right now. My God! So they get together, they create this party, and they try to ravel these older people, many of whom have got on a lot of government benefits. They're on Social Security and Medicare and such, and like we're stop socialism and stuff like that. Right now, though, 2011 coming up to 2012, there's a great big bailout being formed in Europe, a massive bailout, maybe as big as the bailout TARP. Okay, it won't just be the U.S., but right now the banks are going after the Germans, the French, the ECB money, a lot of countries that weren't involved in the last bailout. So the banks have already, in 3 years, gotten themselves in need of another bailout. Okay, the last thing that the banks want, the last thing that the Republican Party is going to support this bailout wants, is a bunch of people out there in tricorner hats railing against bank bailouts at the same time you've got the Occupy movement. Because suddenly you would have what looks like an overwhelming majority. So suddenly all those, grassroots Tea Party people who are so upset about the government, find that they don't really have any, events to go to. Okay, even though there's, lots of government spending going on and lots of bailouts, there's suddenly no meetings, no events to go to, no rallies, no large protests. And it's not just the cold. I mean, there are old people in the Tea Party, but it's warm in the South. It's warm in California. I mean, they could go to rallies in Mississippi or, Arkansas or Texas or California. But the bankers and the Republican Party is getting, and even the Democratic Party who gets their money, they certainly do not want more people on the street protesting bank bailouts right now. So essentially, the people who own the Tea Party have pulled it off the street. It was always a controlled movement. It never had any grassroots. It may have had grassroots support, but it didn't have grassroots. It wasn't self-organizing. It didn't use the internet. It didn't connect it. And that's the key difference between Occupy, which is a global movement, is self-organizing. They use the internet to get their message out. They don't use media. They go out despite media. They get their message out, using they organize themselves. They do their own fundraising. The Tea Party, people who join the Tea Party watch TV. Glenn Beck told them about it. They went there. There were country musicians and Republican candidates there. It was a very staged, centralized, controlled event. The Tea Party was very much a 20th century staged, organized kind of populism that you saw in modern period, okay? This kind of staged event coming from television, coming from TV spokesmen, something like Network. The people in the center and the power kind of trying to manipulate the frustrations of people on the edge. This is the core of conservative politics. You see this, say, in Europe right now, in the UK, where the Tory government's trying to stage this animosity towards the EU to consolidate its strength. It calls itself populism, but it's a very structured, staged populism. That is what the Tea Party was. Occupy scares the hell out of people in power because it's something completely new. It is undecentralized, self-organizing, network-based thing. It started, in the Arab, not necessarily starting in the Arab world, but this has been spreading and developing. In 2011, you saw groups spreading from Tahrir and Bahrain into Madrid, into Madison, who were meeting up on Twitter, on Facebook, who were sending emails, who were getting together and then organizing on their own websites, on their own patterns, and they're organizing, and they're not centralized, they're not being managed, and they don't really have any backers. They're raising their own money themselves, they're cooking their own foods, they're making their own decisions. The ideal of a populace, okay, a real populace, not just a populace told, you're mad about this, meet us here, for 4 hours you'll be mad as hell, and then go home. But a populace that gets together and say, we don't like the way things are working and we want to reorganize things. That's very scary to the people in power. And so rather than risk, the bankers could use the Tea Party potentially as a counter to the Occupy. Okay, get the Tea Party up there to protest in favor of capitalism, but they really don't want to risk it. Because if they did that, if say the bankers and the Republicans called their Tea Party together and sent them out to have pro-capitalist rallies, there's always a chance that those people would start talking about bailouts. And then you would find that the Tea Party and the Occupy would find that 80% of their frustrations are at what has happened with the bailouts. And there's no risk for that. So basically, the banks and the Republican Party have pulled the Tea Party. They vanished. Okay, but the field's been left to Occupy, who are the only people who are talking about the bailouts right now, actually when one is about to happen. The Tea Party might come back in the spring after the bailout in Europe is resolved and after money is given to the banks over the sovereign debt. So the banks that rushed to buy Greek and Italian debt when they knew those countries were insolvent will get a bailout. After that's done, the Tea Party might come back in 2012, only though after the checks are paid to the banks.